In a world that never stops talking, we have forgotten how to truly listen. We hear the noise, but we miss the music. We hear the words, but we miss the feeling behind them. What if there was a person whose job was to collect the sounds that the world has ignored, the whispers of the lonely, the sighs of the tired, and the silent prayers of the hopeful? Story 18: The Collector of Broken Echoes. In the quiet town of Mistwood lived a man named Julian. Julian didn't work in a factory or an office. He carried a small copper box and a long silver needle. His job was to find the broken echoes. These were the sounds that people made when they thought no one was listening. A sob in an empty kitchen, a laugh that was cut short by sadness, a secret told to the wind. Julian would catch these sounds with his silver needle and place them in his copper box. At night, he would go to his workshop and listen to them one by one. He didn't just hear the noise, he felt the story. One day, Julian met a woman named Iris. Iris was the most famous speaker in the town. She spoke at every meeting and every celebration. Her voice was loud and clear, and everyone admired her. But when Julian looked at her, he didn't see a happy woman. He saw someone whose real voice was trapped inside a shell of perfect words. He followed her to the river one evening. There, Iris sat on a stone and let out a sound that Julian had never heard before. It wasn't a cry or a scream. It was a hollow, empty breath. It was the sound of someone who had given all their words to the world and had nothing left for themselves. Julian stepped forward and opened his copper box. "I think you lost this," he said softly. He released a tiny glowing echo from the box. As it floated toward Iris, she recognized it. It was the sound of her own singing voice from when she was a child, before she started speaking for the crowds. It was a song about the rain and the stars. It was a song that was pure and honest. As Iris listened, the shell around her heart began to break. She started to sing along with the echo. Her voice wasn't loud or perfect anymore, but it was real. For the first time in years, Iris felt like she was finally being heard, not by the town, but by herself. Julian closed his box and smiled. He realized that his job wasn't just to collect sounds. It was to return the voices that people had lost along the way. He walked back to Mistwood, leaving Iris by the river, where the echoes of her true self were finally free to fly. Just remember, the most important things in life are often the ones that are said in a whisper. Don't let the noise of the world drown out the music of your own soul. Take a moment to sit in the silence and listen. You might be surprised by the beautiful things you have been trying to tell yourself. Thanks for watching.